I can't fake it though. And I put that on my seed. If that ever come to be, Lord, take my soul. I vow to never break the code. And I always keep it G, but I'm knowing just like me, they don't make no more. Can't let nobody play me though. It's however you wanna play it, so just know all the way there, I'ma take it. Change for better while I'm chasing though. End of the day, I'm trying to make it home. There's a chance that I don't, but that's the way it goes.
It's your boy Black Freckles,
AKA.
hi.
I asked you before we started. I said, "You remember how to do this?" You're like, "Damn, nigga, I don't think so." And
I know.
Off rip. Who are you, sir? We gotta represent you here on this spot here today.
Young barbecue lighter, what they call me, man.
Young QE.
Hey, to all my smokers out there, whether y'all cigarette smoker, loud pack smoker, man, get you a barbecue lighter, man. But the reason I say get you a barbecue lighter, because you know how a motherfucker steal your lighter or you lose your lighter. Like, you try to take a nigga barbecue lighter, it's gonna be like, wait a second.
Nigga, whole shit hanging out.
You
Do you
feel
saw
me?
my pistol?
This shit like a banana and shit. I like, no, this. You didn't bring this, nigga. I've been had this. This is what I want to talk about, right? So I was running through some episodes of the Big Gas podcast with TJ Wheeler and footage there.
Footage, shout him out.
I was like, man, I gotta watch these niggas on YouTube. And then I text that nigga TJ. I said, man, these niggas just on that bitch. Them niggas don't intro that hoe or nothing.
I was watching the one the other day. They had like some cups on the side. I was like, nigga, smooth. I'm sitting watching like, nigga, smooth the cups, man.
How you gonna do that bitch with no intro? Them niggas got guests and shit. I was like, I need to know who the fuck. I recognize these two nigga boys. Then it just be another nigga like, hell yeah, nigga, fuck everybody. I'm like, what's happening?
I saw that shit. There's two other niggas. I was like, who are these two
like,
niggas?
Man,
Y'all gonna say their names?
I told that nigga was like, man, I never noticed that. I was like, y'all nigga don't never intro that motherfucker, bro. And we don't intro that bitch like, man, maybe 1 out of 100 times. But then we'll even come back later and intro. Them nigga was like, oh, that bitch.
I'm waiting for you to stop talking so I can intro it. That's how, but I'm saying, that's how you know that I'm like,
that's why I feel that way every time I hear it. I was like, because the first time I didn't think nothing of it because it was beginning, right? So I ran through a lot of episodes recently. And I listened to one. I was like, man, this nigga do not even intro that motherfucker. Them niggas just really come on that bitch and be like, hell yeah, man, Kevin Samuel. Like,
the niggas like they finishing the conversation. It's like a continuation from last week and
them
shit.
Them niggas don't have individual names on that motherfucker. No, them niggas just be like, hell yeah.
Guys.
Like, no bullshit.
Shout out to
man.
Big Guys Podcast, man. You go look for them boys wherever you find podcasts at. Give them a little support.
I was enjoying it. Like, no bullshit.
They fun, man.
Yeah, I was enjoying it.
Man, listen what I...
They're talking about the best rap voices and shit. And I don't know if it was me and you, but I know me and my shorty did. We talking about the best rap voices recently.
Jadakiss got the best rap
voice.
voice.
Of course.
It's your boy Rebel.
Oh yeah, man, my bad. This is
TheRawHype.
back for another week of that thing.
The nigga ain't even reintroduced himself. He's like,
man,
I said my name earlier.
Out,
we was just missing you.
Yeah, that shit was over with.
Oh, we
man.
back here for real now, boy.
Oh, I want to cover this and then I want to tell you about some other shit.
Give it.
They were saying that they ain't like Jay-Z rap voice. And I was like, man, I like Jay-Z rap voice.
Jay-Z rap voice number 2.
Whoa, I don't know about that. But I was like, the reason I like his rap voice, it might have to just do with nostalgia, is that you know it's him. It's almost like Jadakiss too.
Exactly. That's what. That's what's the word? That's like a prerequisite to having a qualifying rap verse.
No doubt.
Like,
when you hear J. Cole rap, J. Cole could be anybody.
Yeah,
he has that raspiness to his
not
flow.
A hard yes.
Yes,
but I see your
point. You know what I'm
saying?
Like, but when you recognize
J.
him,
Cole can be consequence for the person who may not know.
Exactly, like that. Because
who is this Cole?
I like J. Cole rap voice, but he could be anybody.
You know who rap voice I don't like, and this might walk us right into a small, quick conversation. Well, let me not say don't like.
Go ahead. Bro.
One that I think might be a bit overrated. Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, I do not like Kendrick Lamar rap voice. TJ hit me up and
thank
he
you
said,
for me not being here by myself.
He was like, review this song, and it was Kendrick's new song, and I was like, I've been hearing the buzz about this song. I know his face turns into Kobe on this song. Like, I gotta review this song. And then I was just like, but I don't really like K-Dot like that, so I didn't want to be the nigga to review a song. I was like,
Here's why I thank you for saying that, because I'm already the nigga that don't really too much care for Tupac. I can't also be the nigga who don't
hate the West Coast
or the greats. Like, why the fuck you hate greats so much? Because it's not true. But like,
but you know, I don't cover Jay-Z that hard. I don't cover Nas that hard. I don't cover Drake that hard.
before,
So I'm right there with you.
On this journey we've been taking, this new rebranding journey, this new elevation of the Raw Hype that we've been doing, right? Real quick, this is what I do to myself sometimes that I lose my train of thought, but I feel like we've been working out good and I got the most memory. This is one of the reasons.
Just tell you his life story. Like, hey, listen, how we been doing? We've been grinding. We got some new equipment, new headphones.
Things going on. But no.
I just got a new charger for my phone. A lot going on.
I'm going to... Cause you know me, I'm the parent of the podcast. Even though I tend to say some of the craziest things, I also the nigga who try to keep niggas in line. Like, all right, man, we can't do that. Let me edit that. We can't say that.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
I kind of think I'm done right now.
Oh, I've been.
But
done.
It's because I'm annoyed too much with too much things.
Yeah.
And when I'm annoyed, the only people get to hear my annoyances the people who hear my annoyances all the time. At which point I then become annoying to them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So y'all gonna have to get it.
Right.
I feel like Kendrick Lamar is overhyped.
Me too.
Not to be listened with the same ear of he's a stupendous artist as well.
Me too.
He's incredible.
Me too. I agree with
I
you.
feel like he gets let's say he a 10. I feel like niggas give him a 12.
Me too.
Leave him at a 10.
Yeah, me too.
You see what I'm saying?
Me too.
So
And like to the point where it makes me say people like J. Cole are underrated.
yes,
You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna
It's
say
weird.
that J. Cole to me.
Right. Oh yeah, it's not even close to me.
It's way better than Kendrick. But again, you notice that emphasis because people like to shit on you and get angry for your opinion.
Kyrie said that when he was on Twitch yesterday. He was telling the Kobe story. He said, and I'm like sitting here thinking like, man, I'm FaceTiming and talking and dealing with, the greatest player to ever play. He said, but hey, I don't want to hear your stats. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear that. He said, he the greatest player to ever play to me. He said, to me. He said like 5 times. He was like, to me.
That's my new thing,
yes,
man.
bro.
I stretched it to me.
Yeah. I remember back when I used to post on Facebook, I post my favorite 5 rappers of all time, and then somebody go respond with, I disagree.
Exactly.
And then my homeboy was like, how you disagree with another nigga top 5? You feel what I'm saying? I was like, yeah.
It's shit. Me and you, I don't love it, but I like when me and you get on each other's nerves, right? The other day we was having this rap conversation. I'm like, why is this nigga trying to tell me the nigga ain't nice to me?
I wasn't trying to tell you he wasn't nice to you.
I know you wasn't, but that's how it was coming across.
I get that. And see, I was looking at it like, how this nigga gonna try to tell me this nigga nice when I know he's not nice like that? That's why I was just like, man, I can't have this conversation.
And that's why this is why.
Yeah, I was like, I'm done talking about this whack
part of the reason why I love part of the reason why I love me and your relationship is also the reason that I love me and my daughter's relationship. Like, I feel like my daughter is mini me. And me and you are 2 different sides of the same coin.
Right.
So there'd be things that could easily happen without being said, talked, or worried about, that we both know the reason on each end why it happened. And I find that beautiful, man.
Oh, I want to talk about, I'm talking the most blind segue of all time. I want to talk about Kevin Samuels.
Oh, come on. That's what we're here for, man.
But I want to talk about
R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, man. Rest in peace to the man.
I want to talk about this post that I seen on the internet.
Give it.
Someone said, Maury Povich is sitting down with his wife, Connie Chung, enjoying that $100 million in earnings from showcasing black women on national TV for 30 years as a demographic whom engage in serial, unprotected sex and has no idea whom the father of their child is. But Kevin Samuels is the problem. I was like, ooh, nice punchline.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, and then under it, he had like a segment of Maury Povich, bro. It was a black woman on there. It was like 11 dads. It was like, you are not. She
like a remix?
The niggas dancing and shit. Like, I was like, this dude make us look ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, it does.
It does.
That was beautifully
he was like, his wife is Asian. He said, you ain't never seen no Asian people on that motherfucker. I was like, damn, that's true as a bitch.
See, man, I like shit like that, man.
Me too. Even though I don't even like comparisons, but I do when you do a beautiful job of painting the picture.
Thank you. I like blatant, like, it don't have to line up for you to get the point.
Yeah, exactly.
And that point was delivered beautifully.
I completely agree. He made a good point.
In recent memory, I just mentioned a little bit ago that I'm starting to let go of the reins a little bit of my thing. And I think I'm going to start right here. Talking about Kevin and things surrounding Kevin, how the Raw Hype do, I think is a perfect time for me to stop. I'm getting very tired of black women telling you that you don't like black women when you disagree with women.
Yeah. Me too.
And what makes me angry about that is I told my cousin the other day when he texted me, right? Because you know when we get to talking, nigga be saying some words that be
just bars,
right? That nigga said, I said that's women's new accountability repellent.
I agree with that.
To say, you don't care about black women.
Yep. That's why they hate Kevin Samuels.
Yes.
Because he is literally doing nothing but saying, y'all don't gotta hold yourself accountable, I'm gonna hold you accountable.
I'm gonna.
You know, all right, so when Kobe died, right? Shaq was saying one of his biggest regrets is he ain't never really hollered at him. He said when they did that interview together, that sat down interview, he said they loved it, they had an awesome time, they bonded. He said, but I ain't never really hollered at him since then. That was like 4 years ago.
That's content.
Kobe died almost 2 years ago. I mean, so it was like 2 years. He was like, I ain't never really hollered at him. He was like, man, I wish I would have hollered. You know what I'm saying?
And you know that holler means a real conversation.
Yeah, just like, man, nigga, we should be fucking with each other. If nothing else, like, man, we should be fucking with each other, you know? So when I started reposting our Kevin Samuels episode that we made 8 months ago, I was proud that we didn't have that. I didn't have that I would speak about him in a different way now that he passed away. I would speak about him the exact same way. I said, straight up, I said, at the time, I don't agree with his delivery. I said, but let's not kid ourselves and mistake it and say, well, what he's saying isn't correct because it is.
I said, I may not agree with what he says or his delivery, but he is necessary to the ecosystem. Yep. And I feel that exact same way today. And the reason that this is what upsets me about this is. Fuck it. This is what pisses me off about women, right? It's because of this. Like, there's women who have come out and said how Kevin Samuels helped their lives and changed their lives, right?
Saved their marriage. I seen it with my own 2 eyes.
Everyone have seen it, man. Even though his bullshit travels farther, you've come across those. And it's like, what about her?
Yeah.
What about them?
No doubt.
You're happy someone.
My thing is, if you don't like him, you can just not listen to him. If you don't like him, you can just not listen to him. And then the people he helping, they all listening to him. What's there to be mad about?
Thank you.
And that's kind of how we was. I was like, I don't listen to him.
I don't listen to him, but I understand he's necessary, and I'm glad he's around.
I heard some shit I was entertained by, but like I said, women aren't important enough to me, and this isn't a slight at them. It's just they're not the biggest thing in my life to where I want to hear a nigga talk about them every day. And again, like you said when I said it, you said it especially in a negative way. And I agree with that.
But
yes, but the accountability shit, man.
It pisses me off, man. But it pisses me off because the only reason I harp on, especially women, men as well, because he shitted on men too.
Oh yeah, my favorite thing that I seen recently that he did, he said, how tall are you? Dude said about 5'8". He said, how much do you weigh? That nigga Kevin Samuels said 2 what? That nigga said about 285, 290. He said, oh, so you a fat fucker. And then he was like, yeah. So that nigga said, well, he said, how much money you make? That nigga said about $400 every 2 weeks. He was like, so you make what, less than $10,000 a year? He was like, well, do you have a big dick? He was like, I mean,
what you got,
he was like, I mean, I'm saying it's above. He said, you know if you got a big dick or not. And I was like, these are real questions. It's like, I want to bag a bitch. I'm short, I'm fat, I don't have no money, and I don't have a big dick. It's like if this was your brother.
But he got Rihanna up on his wall. Like, nigga, this is why you sad. This is why you upset with your life.
But seriously though, if it was your brother, you would be like, bro, that's not how you finna get it, bro. Like, this ain't finna work. You don't have the qualifications to get what you want to get. And that be men's biggest problem when it comes to women, is that they're desperate for pussy that they don't qualify for.
Rihanna on the wall.
Straight up. And I've been saying, me and you have both been saying this. We blame the dynamic on men and women on men, but we still hold women accountable for it.
Because that's all I care about.
Exactly.
If you hold everybody accountable, we can grow. But when you don't think you did nothing wrong, you're only destined to continue to do the wrong.
You're on TikTok, okay? I know you have noticed that people have started saying on TikTok that if a mother can abort a kid without a father's permission, then a father should not have to take care of his kid if he don't want to. Have you seen these TikToks?
No, I haven't.
They are everywhere right now.
I would watch them.
And I'm like, we were saying that 5, 6, 7 years ago, people were attacking you online specifically. All you did was like, you either you retweeted something I said, or you quoted something I said on the Raw Hype or something like that, and you got attacked in the thousands. I know you remember this.
Nigga, Tax Stone retweeted me. Like a bunch of people retweeted me, and this shit started going crazy. Because I simply said a man shouldn't have to take care of a kid that he didn't want.
He shouldn't. And people are just now starting to say this.
Which is two things, right? So imagine this. I've been pissed since then. I've been pissed since then. So now I'm in the position where it's like, man, I don't care anymore. Here's another thing that I realized that I haven't been caring about a lot lately. Men's relationship with men and women. Because Hype, I feel like I'm fighting that fight alone. Like I'm fighting it on the Raw Hype with you. But it's a lonely fight.
Yeah, talking to people in real life, they don't listen.
They don't listen. And then their actions, I'm talking to my cousin, right? I got an episode going to drop on the Patreon that y'all absolutely need to hear. It's called Dr. Rebel Love. Where I talked to...
Even though he already told me his name, it just sounded like the nigga just made it up.
I made it up and I was like, what am I going to call this? But it's because my cousin been going through some shit with some bitches. And I've been talking to him like every step of the way on how to handle it, what they're going to say, and everything. And he would follow, it would go exactly how I say. He would not follow, it would be ruined exactly how I say. He would refollow, it would work again. It's like a fucking seesaw. So I go, why do you ever stop listening? Is it like your brain said he can't be batting 100?
It's because...
But I don't want to bat 100. Every time you bring me this situation, sorry that I have a resolution for it. You thinking the resolution don't work, don't do it, and then fall.
It's emotion,
fall deeper.
bro.
That's so. I said all that to say, but you just said with that.
It's emotion. Like, I got a homeboy, right?
He just gotta love these hoes.
He was dating a bitch, right? I said, hey, this bitch is terrible. Get rid of her. Of course, he stick it out for some years. He get him a new bitch. I say, this bitch worse than the last one. Get rid of her. Then he stick it out.
Let's go, Mo.
He get him a new bitch. I say, now this is a good woman. I like this woman. I like everything about her. Hold her down.
They married.
He run off.
See? So he know what he want.
All right, so he run off, right?
He know what he want.
So then... recently, him and the bitch get back in touch with each other. She got some shit going on or whatever, and he said she was sick or whatever. And he was like, so I just drove down about an hour and a half to help take care of her, right? I said, well, did you fuck her? And he said, no. I said, then you shouldn't have did that. And mind you, this is a good girl, right? I said, well, you should have did that. And the reason that you shouldn't have done that is because she's the good one. Don't go be her friend. Don't allow her to make you be her friend. So if I fucked up before, cool. You can't be my friend though. So if I come down and take care of you, we gonna do something romantic so I can let you know I'm finna try to get back in.
This fire back lit,
you
baby.
Feel me? She dope, but she not dope enough to be her friend.
Especially when she your friend while you thinking, man, this the one that I done read.
He was even on some, well, I don't have no expectations. I ain't really tripping, you know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. But he also got homegirls and shit, which, you know, I don't believe in. You feel me? But my whole point is you go in wrong with every woman.
Thank you.
And then when you have a reset button, you go in wrong all over again.
That's why I say he know what he wants.
It's like all you do is, no matter the good ones or the bad ones, you handle it the wrong way every single time. And that's what men be doing. Every single time they handle it the wrong way. Like if you listen to Kevin Samuels, you can take a lot of stuff that he tells you and you can stop handling women the wrong way.
But that's his point. One of his ultimate points was to help the relationship between men and black women and the black family. So again, I was telling my cousin the same shit, right? The same issue we have with Kevin is his delivery. And I go, the reason he's necessary is because everyone don't respond to the same form of delivery.
Right.
Some people, like you remember, like certain coaches.
I've been saying this. I'm like, hey, handle it. I've told you this about your daughter. I've told you this about your girl. Just handle it with kid gloves if you want them to listen. Because as soon as a woman feeling hurt, she done listening. She just, she the victim. Like what she did. When she hears something that she don't like, she the victim. That's my honest thought.
To combat what you, not combat, but to knock it right back over to you. I always tell anybody I talk to when they talking to women, don't write long messages.
Yeah, you tell me that.
I said, because they check out immediately after too many lines.
Yep.
I think it's like they just freak out. Like,
It's the same thing. They heard something at the beginning that they didn't like.
But not even
so
the
the rest of it didn't matter.
There's a point in what you say that they're going to see something they don't like. Mm-hmm. And that's when they check out. Mm-hmm. So like you said, it may be the beginning. Mm-hmm. It may be the middle.
Before the end. Nigga be nice the whole time, and then at the end be like, "You bitch, gotcha."
Dog. So my cousin, he called her by her real name, right? So his response was her real name and a paragraph. That motherfucking bitch responded, "Why you called me by my real name?" That nigga responded, "I'm about to rip my hair out." I said, "Oh boy."
But honestly, that's a mistake I would never make. Never. If I'm gonna call her by her real name, I'm about to give her a quick, short insult.
Immediate.
No doubt.
One line.
No doubt.
She don't even need to go down on the second line.
Listen, Debbie, you're being a bitch. Like that is, bro. That's all you can do. You call her Bay 24/7, and then one day you call her real Debbie. Name? Y'all done talking.
But it's my point. She knows you're upset, so you calling her real name while upset is not out of the ordinary. But she doesn't want to talk about what you said, so she's gonna harp on the one thing she knows she can harp on
because she's the victim. I don't want you. It upsets me when you call me by my real name. So now I'm the victim. She could literally be fucking someone else, and you say, "Hey, Debbie," and now she's the victim.
Get off him, Debbie.
Like for real,
Debbie. I'm not Bay anymore.
I'm your fiance.
You got a dick in your bitch. This is my first. This is motherfucker.
I am your wife.
This is why I don't like about women.
Referring to you as that right now. You're getting pounded.
You more his wife than
mine. Right.
What I don't like about women, right, is they would risk making themselves look and sound fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, then take accountability.
To die with this shit.
They'll tell you a lie that they know is not true. And I promise you, bro, a woman will hear what we saying right now and think that we woman bashing.
Hey, I don't give a fuck what you think we doing, nigga. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, we the energy. We ain't gonna give you how he give you, but y'all gonna get this shit because y'all keep trying to avoid it and then leading to me having to talk to my cousin every day because he just want to love bitches.
Men who just want to love bitches,
they get hurt the most.
Bullshit.
Dog, I'm talking to this man and he's sad and he's like, "Man, why do I feel this way?" I said, "Man, you're sad."
Yes. Before we got onto camera today, me and this nigga was talking, right? And we was like, the reason
you was about to say man and then call me nigga, like you just can't.
I was trying to mature. Me and this man, what this coon, me and this black.
Sorry, continue.
All right, we was talking and we was like, the reason that you can't really just take everything a woman says to heart is because if you do, they will truly hurt your feelings.
Yo.
Like no bullshit, and they act like they don't, and they act like you just supposed to be cool. Like I said,
finish the sentence. You said to me, you heard my lady specifically say it was a few years ago when she realized I had feelings.
Yeah, that you had feelings.
Like, what the fuck? I just thought you was this big, strong guy for you to. So you'd use that information to just try to fuck me up.
This nigga like, yeah, man, I've been working out. My chest is feeling all strong. It's like, how many punches can you take?
I'm gonna bring a sledgehammer in there. It's like, hey,
it's like that. They will do nothing, and I don't even want to say nothing. That's the wrong thing. They will hurt you on a regular basis.
Hurt you with it, man, repeatedly.
Yeah, and it's not even always intentional.
And but that's what allows them to get away with it. I was telling my cousin that same shit, right? The reason that a woman doesn't have to accept accountability is because the world never lets her.
Oh, no, never.
I told him about this girl I used to know, right? Mm-hmm. She got 6 kids by 6 different dudes. Mm-hmm. And I say, each new dude is the dumbest dude ever.
I completely agree.
Look at your ratio, homeboy.
Yep.
But the last one, the 6th one, good guy, has a good job in a good field. That motherfucker rang him dry because he had that one kid and was taking care of the other kids. Now the courts decided to tell him, well, he needs to continue taking care of his kid and the other kids. No,
women will even tell you that they want a strong man to stand up to them because if you don't, they'll run all over you. It's like natural.
But see this, but I hate how some of this lingo sounds, right? Because it sounds predatory. But women want you to listen to them. But if you know women, you know not to listen to them.
I swear to God, I wish what you were saying, what you just said, was not the facts that it is, bro. Like, I wish I had a different way to make that sound better to people who didn't want to hear it.
I don't have it right now.
It's not, and it's not some of them. It's like I have so many DNA. Quote unquote opinions about women that are facts.
That's why they ain't well, I see your quotation.
Yes.
They can't hear your quotation marks. He put up 2 quotes
like
because they're facts. Man, they ain't fucking opinions.
No.
And they become fact when they've been everyone's situation for centuries.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Adam bitch couldn't listen.
No.
Back in the Garden of Eden.
No. I learned it from my mother to my sister to my brother's wives to girls that I have talked to my own daughter.
Dog, I said my daughter, from watching my daughter, I say things like a woman is a woman from time she becomes a woman.
Oh, facts.
Meaning from time you pop out and it's a girl, this is your path, dog.
No
this is some of the, because she does shit that women who 30 do.
No doubt.
And it's like you 6 and you, so it's like
no doubt.
You never get it out of your system and none of that.
No doubt.
It just
I
covers.
could literally
continue.
beg my daughter for certain things and they will not even cross her mind. It's like she's not even trying to be an asshole. It's just literally like that is not that important to me. And that's literally how they move.
But they move that way, like I said, because the world doesn't allow them to accept accountability.
Yeah. And I even told you, we hinder our daughters in certain ways by giving them whatever they want. Mm-hmm. We talk to them and we try to give them game and all that kind of shit, but they don't know adversity.
My logic behind that part is,
look at your options.
But if I give you everything, then you ain't gonna accept a nigga that ain't gonna give you nothing.
Right.
So if you're gonna be out here doing stupid woman shit, you're gonna at least do it comfortably.
I don't think that's crazy. I look at it like I'm either gonna give you everything or what else? I'm not. Mm-hmm. So which one I want you to have? It's that simple to me. Do I want you to grow up like I did or do I want you to have everything? You feel me? So
she got holes in her socks. Should I use my money to buy some?
What you're saying,
or should I help her struggle?
Is wishful thinking.
And that's why I said I think I'm done fighting for men and women's relationship because it's wishful thinking.
The reason that I say it's up to a man is because I have given up that women will change.
Yes, but then it's up to the man. But then the man can't actually fully do it because every woman and sucker nigga is out here attacking him for doing it. Meanwhile, the women know this is what they want, but they can't tell you this is what they want because then they'll look away. And they can't look away. So let's ruin everybody in this equation for me to get what I want.
I have said this to you. You have said this to me. We have said this to each other. You cannot be as hard on your woman as she deserves for you to be. And the reason that I say that, and this of course is going to sound sexist as well.
We here now.
Is that the woman that I would choose anyway is going to have a certain level of potential that I could see that I really want her to reach.
It's an investment.
But the downside is that you want her to reach that potential more than you do. I mean, more than she does, right? But then women say, well, we're the same thing. But what women do is they legitimately try to change you. They legitimately try to change you. I don't want to change you. I want to help you be the best version of you that I always like to start with.
Listen, you already are a good start. If I see something you may not see, if I can help you get there, you're better, and I'm happy because you're better.
Yes.
A woman to be like, when I met you, you say your favorite color is black, but you look better in pink, so I'm gonna buy you none but pink shit, and you have to go outside in pink until you learn to love pink, nigga.
Or it'll be like, I don't want to have kids, and a woman will date you anyway, and she want to have kids. Why is the one reason that a woman would do that?
I give a shallow shit, and this nigga give a bomb. That's why I love this show.
Yes. Why was the one reason that she would do that? Is because one day I'm gonna change this nigga mind, and he gonna want to have a kid. Straight up. It's the only reason.
It's the same song and dance, man. This is what I was telling my cousin. I need to stop just saying my cousin all the time because I'm putting too much on his plate. But he had a situation with a woman one time, and he didn't tell her something that wasn't any of her business. But he didn't tell her that. He lied about it.
Right.
And I say, wrong. You let her know it's none of her business in that manner.
I'd have to hear the situation. Not saying
it's another bitch. Another bitch was on her way out, and she was on the way in. Okay. So the bitch said, "Hey, you got any other bitches?" And he was like, "No."
Oh yeah, that's not.
But then business. A day or two later, this bitch is trying to ruin your life. So it's like Okay, I can't talk to you because you got something going on. So why did you lie to me about that?
Can I interrupt?
Please go.
You know me. I'm fine with lying about something that ain't nobody business. We've had this talk a million times.
Can I just say one thing and then please don't forget where you at? You lie good. And you willing to lie. He wants to love him. So he doesn't want to lie. So when he lies weak. So the lie is yanked from him and now he's living with the results.
Oh,
continue.
Man. You said what I said, what I was going to say, but better. Is I was going to say that would never happen to me.
Yes.
But you just gave the good reasons. And also, I don't give a fuck if we just fucking. I would never deal with a bitch that would do that to me.
Hype is why I've been talking to him so much, because I'm like, you wanting to love them is ruining your life. The reason that I get upset at what you say is because I can never see myself in your situation. But even while thinking that, I think in you. I was like, I can't wait to tell this to Hype.
No
because
bullshit.
he's going to say, nigga, that would never be me.
Bullshit.
And I go, that's what I'm telling him.
Yes.
So it's
No
like,
bullshit. Like, you have probably... at least since the time we known each other. You don't know no one that has bagged more bitches than I have.
Come on now. Give that boy a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The next contestant on
Now, I'll ask you this as my best nigga that I talk to. Have you ever heard of any drama in my life that have to deal with bitches? This one called, this one, that one hollered at this one just showed up, and this one was here, this one started showing up, and we were trying to record the pod. Have you ever?
I'll do you one better. The one time I ever heard of anything like that happening, it wasn't even you.
I'm trying to tell you.
This shit happened by way of another nigga.
Oh, yes, but that wasn't even since you knew me.
That's what I'm saying.
That wasn't even since you knew me.
You did say something. My apologies.
No bullshit.
Yeah.
The only drama I've ever had in my whole life was that one situation where I'm laid up with a bitch. My homeboy laid up with a bitch. His bitch come over to my spot. And his bitch know another bitch I'm fucking with, and she say, yeah, Hype was laid up there with a bitch too. Me and that nigga don't fuck with each other. It wasn't even like I was mad at him just like that, but you know how I am.
You can't have
like,
liabilities
you can be a good nigga,
man.
But I can't fuck with you if you bring problems to my doorstep. That is literally the only drama I have ever had in my life with women, and no bullshit, it was probably 15 years ago.
Like you said, it was before
And furthermore, there was no drama with women 15 years prior to that. You feel what I'm saying?
I was in high school not having no problem.
I never had drama because I know how to pick the people that's about to be around me.
Thank you. But so this goes back to my
That's another thing
point.
women don't do correctly. You shouldn't have six niggas and six different...
But thank you. You bring us back. But she never learned a lesson from that because there was always another nigga pulling up to dump another baby and play daddy until whatever you do to get rid of them is done.
Straight up. How we as a society, we feel sorry for every single mother.
Yes.
How can we feel like every single mother is like a great mother or doing this or doing that? Are we not going to talk about you could have ran the nigga off? Could we start there?
Fuck that.
Or second of all, let's say he is the worst nigga ever. You chose him.
But there's no accountability. There's none there for her. She doesn't need to accept it.
Straight up.
It's your fault.
Yeah, it's just this nigga a deadbeat.
And you ever, what's that thing when... What's that thing when, like, I don't know the word, but it's a very big word, and I could have sounded smart in the moment, but fuck it.
Would have killed it.
Would have murdered. But in this era of you hate black women if you have anything to say about anything they're doing, there was a girl online the other day who has a baby, and the baby's father was apparently dealing with, talking to, or liking another woman, and she starts slapping the shit out of her own baby, beating her baby's ass. Like, oh, this is what you want? You want to look at other bitches? Baby bawling. This bitch clapping the fucking baby. Next thing you know, of course, they say she's in jail and they took the baby, right? I go, if someone was to say, hey, women, you shouldn't do that, someone will say, well, you hate black women. So I should celebrate them even in the moment that she's slapping and beating her kid because another man doesn't want to be with her. That's what I mean when I said a fucking accountability repellent. If you don't ever learn a lesson from a situation, you're destined to continue the situation. And if that situation is hurtful, you're going to leave a trail of hurt.
It's why I always say I treat all of my problems like they're my own fault.
Yes, your phrase,
because If I do that, I will try to fix them.
Yep.
If I blame my problems on you, I'm going to say, this nigga need to fix it so we can become cool again, so we can do this. And then every day I'm just getting mad. I'm like, man, nigga still ain't fixed it.
Take it forever.
Man, this nigga a fuck nigga. Oh, man. It's like, all right, let me just fix the problem myself, even if it's your fault, so we can move past it, period. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, when you put
fixing the problem is, I don't fuck with you no more.
I'm going to drive over his house and whoop his ass. Like that, baby.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
6 p.m. Gave him as long as I could.
It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta look at your problems like they're your own fault. And women in particularly, bro, they do not look at. I say it all the time. Ask a woman why she cheated. Fellas, literally take this test. Have any homegirls, any kind of ex-girl, any kind of sister. Ask them, have they ever cheated? And if they say yeah, ask them why they cheated. And 100% of the time, they will tell you that it was the dude's fault.
Absolutely. That's how they gonna start.
They will never say, I met a dude, this nigga looked good as fuck and I wanted to fuck him. They'll never say, that.
This chocolate nigga was standing right in front of me at the Starbucks and ordering a latte, and I was like, oh shit, I went on to whip my cream. No, that didn't happen.
That never happened. You've never heard that story from a woman.
A nigga never tried to whip your cream, huh?
Never.
That's what you would like for me to believe.
You're always gonna hear like, well, he worked too much. Oh, he didn't respect me. Oh, he wasn't ever fucking me. You're always gonna hear a story that had to do with that.
If a nigga cheat, he ain't shit. A woman cheat, well, what did he do? Or what did he not do?
Niggas don't have a good excuse. That bitch was willing to fuck me.
That bitch ass was fat.
That bitch.
I asked her if she wanted me to whip her cream, and she said yeah.
She knew I was married and was still willing to fuck. That's a good reason for a man to fuck a bitch.
So
I work with her. She knows I'm married, and she's still willing to fuck me. I'm in. But like for a woman, a nigga go want to fuck regardless. You could be married, you could be living like, oh, you can get away from the nigga tonight, and he'll be down. He'll fuck in the back of a car and shit. Like for men, those opportunities don't happen like that. Like women aren't just lining up to fuck a married man in the backseat of a car. You know what I'm saying?
Women are propositioned 100 times a day.
Oh, yes.
And men are propositioned 100 times in life.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
That's the combination.
I know 100 women have not. No way. In my whole life, like I've gotten some looks or something to where it's like, man, I'm finna try to holler at this bitch.
But see, the thing is, you got to read into that look.
Yes.
You didn't even know what that look really was.
I've been wrong.
Exactly.
Back off, creep. Like no bullshit, bro. I still have hesitancy to talk to a bitch in public. Like if I was out in public and I'm just sitting there like, hey man, I'm finna holler. I've never been that. I'm the nigga that holler at every bitch when I'm out in public. I'm like, man, I gotta be in scenarios or situations. So it's just because we live in a crazy world.
In a crazy world,
where the motherfucker literally might treat you like Creep 2000. And on top of that, you know they have a good reason for treating you like Creep 2000.
Because a Creep 2000 was just here.
Look a lot like you.
That nigga just left.
And that's my problem, is why I say men are the problem.
But that's why I don't like saying I don't like things that women do, because I'm fully aware that what men play in that.
Yes.
But I'm also aware that there are some men who work on themselves. Just like there's some women that work on themselves. So the beef is with the motherfuckers that ain't.
Yes.
So if men are doing a bad job of identifying the women that ain't, women, that's y'all beef.
Right.
Y'all handle these bitches.
Right.
How is it the man fault that a bitch knew a nigga was married and fucked him?
No doubt.
I'm sorry, that's way more her fault than it is his. She has.
It really is.
But here's why, man. I'm not just gonna talk. I'm gonna explain myself. She has.
It really is, because you know how I am, bro. I'm a nigga that like. I be on some shit where it's like, if a nigga told me like, yeah, man, I've been married and I've been married and faithful to my old lady forever. And I like be like, why would you do that? And I think that from a standpoint of like, you had to run into a few situations where some bitch just wanted to fuck you. And I know situations like that don't come around that often for us.
So what did you
feel
do?
what I'm saying? So like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like how I always quote Chris Rock. He was like, a woman gets offered dick every day. He's like, when a man gets offered pussy, he'd be like, damn, it must be my lucky day. And that's really what it's like.
And that's what I was about to say. The reason it's her fault more because she got practice saying no.
No doubt.
A nigga don't get enough opportunity. It's a difference between, which goes into the problem with men and women again, because you have some women that will tell you no for you to try harder.
Oh my God.
So then how does no mean no?
Yes.
Because when I hear you no and I respect you no, you go, well, you had your shot. When?
Right.
When I told you, maybe not. When I said, hey nigga, fuck you in that cream.
That's the truth.
So I should have come back and asked you again?
Right.
Yeah.
And then Creep 2000 hear a story like this, and he's sneaking the windows, holding bitches down and shit. It's like, goddamn,
like,
you
no,
crazy.
no.
Exactly. It's like,
this is not the no, that means try harder. This is like, no.
Exactly. It's like, we can't play around because Creep 2000 don't know where to draw the line. And then...
And you don't know how to disassociate me from Creep 2000.
You're not good at that.
So I can't do Creep 2000-ish things.
It's why a woman get judged for fucking somebody on the first night. And I'm like, why would you get judged for this? Like, hey, you think I'm attractive? I think you're attractive. Awesome. It's cool. But it's because... we know as a society, you don't know if I'm not Creep 2000. So it's like, you can't fuck a nigga on the first night.
You don't know if I'm infected.
You don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing.
Right.
So it's more in the decision, which also says that fucking for a woman is more something you should take in more.
But the reason that it's more a woman's fault, the same issue, is because a nigga cannot meet a woman that'll fuck him today every day. A woman can meet a dude that will fuck her today every day.
She get tired of it.
Yes, it's what's annoying about me. Like, leave me alone, nigga.
Hey, I always stood up for women in the sense of like, men, stop sending women your dick. Please stop sending women your dick.
This is unbelievable to me.
It's the reason I'm speaking about this, right?
It's unbelievable.
I was on my latest phone the other day, consensually. Looking for something, right? Consensually. Right? And I go in, right? And I had a moment where I thought I was done on her phone. And I went into IG and I had a message that said, oh, who's messaging me? I hit the message and I ain't look. I just hit the message, a dick.
Oh.
Right? No words. Nothing in there. She has to accept, you know, at the bottom that says, such and such want to message you, which means this nigga has never even said a word. And this nigga dick.
I seen somebody screen record on Snapchat yesterday. It showed her screen recording her going to blocking them or whatever. But you know how somebody seen you a video on Snap and there's a bunch of separate ones when it's straight to you? Every time she opened, there's a white dude jerking off. And I literally looked at it and I said, I can't believe that this happened.
Dog, I really can't believe it.
I don't think I'm dying for any woman that doesn't want to have sex with me to see my dick at all.
But Hype,
what is your goal? I don't care at all.
What's your goal? Do you think you send that dick pic and she
said,
go, hold on, where the fuck are you? You better bring that whipped cream over here. Like,
that's the baddest dick I ever seen. Goddamn. Like, for real.
Hey, hold on. Keep your dick right there. Hey, girl, this nigga dick is the...
For real. Now,
what do you want from...
I was having a conversation with a young lady recently, and I was telling her, I said, one thing that I'm going to teach my daughter and continue to say to my daughter as she grows older is never be alone in a room with a boy that you don't want to have sex with. Right? And the person I was talking to...
Wrong gun, but I take it.
They treated it as if I was victim blaming a black woman. No bullshit. That's how she took it. No bullshit. I was like, wow.
See, man, Hype, man.
Isn't that...
I'm trying to suppress
myself. You can see how it happened, though, right?
I'm trying to suppress myself.
Can't you see how she got there and how I'm not making this up? Like, you know that's something that someone would say.
Yes.
And I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying?
But Hype, man... How are we ever gonna get better? Is the goal to never get better? Should we
Clearly.
see how far away from better
Yeah.
we can get?
Straight up.
Because we can't be, we can't.
Because I mean, to me, it's obvious why I would tell my daughter some shit
Come
like
on, man.
And it's the reason is because Creep 2000.
That's it. That's the name of the
And it's really because men are so desperate for sex that it's a danger to society in a lot of ways. Like literally, bro, men are so desperate for sex, and that's why the dynamic is broken, is because women want to be in relationships and men want to have sex. So it's like men have to lie about wanting to be in a relationship, or they have to, yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth, man. It's a lot
Kevin
of
Samuels,
desperation.
we holding you down, nigga. The spirit of Kevin is here.
Hashtag Kevin Samuel. God damn it, I'm
Kevin,
speaking in
we feel
Kevin's
you,
up in this
Kevin.
bitch. I'm
Kevin.
speaking in Kevin's. You done heard people speak in tongues? I'm speaking in Kevin's.
Kevin, we
up in this
feel you,
bitch.
Kevin. Use us, Kevin, to get this word across to these people
I'm
here
a
today.
vessel for Kevin. It's the truth,
It's
bro.
the fucking truth,
Like
man.
for real, bro. Like if you have a women, right?
If you have a women.
Women will marry somebody they met within 90 days.
They
right.
got a show.
Okay, yes. Yes. And the reason that the man is getting married on the show is to fuck the woman.
I care about fucking you more than I care about our marital
But
status.
it's like if I was
Oh
really
my
breaking down the
gosh.
psyche of a show like Married at First Sight, that's no bullshit. My reasoning. I even think men that are desperate to be in relationships is because they're desperate to have in-house pussy.
Let me take that and elevate and come right back to it.
Go ahead, man.
That show is for women.
Of course.
But look what it tells them.
But it be losers
matter
on
who
that
the
show.
fuck you
The
are.
men are losers.
But they don't care. Their
course.
brain says, someone's willing to marry me in 90 days. I just gotta find a nigga.
But okay, so I said women are desperate to be in relationships and men are desperate for pussy.
But that's
okay?
such a line.
So a woman will marry a nigga that she met in 90 days. No bullshit.
No bullshit.
Okay? And a man will rape a woman. Those are two
Don't
very
make me laugh, man.
desperate.
That's not laughable. But holy shit.
How desperate do you have to be for a pussy in a
come on,
relationship
that was
to
a Kevin.
do either one of those things?
Those are two extremes.
Extremes.
See, which goes back to our original TheRawHype point of mental health is a real thing.
It is.
You have to have something wrong with your mind
doubt.
for that. Because look at how
And being desperate for something you don't have no control over is at the top of mental health wrong thing.
look how far from that we are.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a market for it.
Oh, for sure.
So
All jokes aside, someone in this state alone was raped today. Someone in this state alone married somebody that they've
don't
known
know.
for less than 90 days. I would bet any amount of money
my
that
God.
both of those things happen in this state today.
shit, fuck the state, this county. Because anybody can say, of course, the state is big. Nah, nigga, this county.
You're right.
And we closer to one county than we is
I
to
would
the
be
next.
willing to bet money on that. No bullshit, bro. I would be willing to bet money on that.
But that's a worldly problem, man.
It's unbelievable.
But
that
it's
those
my
things
fuel for trying to make things better. Women, your responsibility is you send men mixed messages and then you get mad and blame them when they don't get the message. Men, you are not valuable for some of the women that you're chasing, so that's why she doesn't want you.
Don't be depressed about
don't
it.
take her.
Yes. And don't be sad about it.
Exactly.
There are other women out there.
There's softball and baseball. If you can't get a 90-mile-an-hour pitch, go get you on the hand.
No doubt.
It's
Like
as
I've
simple as
always
that.
said this. Like if I'm having let's say I'm having a 3-week dry spell of having sex. All right. Would I rather, and you've heard me say this a billion times, you even mentioned it before we even got on air. Would I rather have a real life sex with a 4 or chase after a 9 tonight? All right. New question, because that's easy. All right? All right, new question.
New question.
Would I rather have 100% guaranteed sex with a 5 or 60% chance sex with a 10?
That's still a high percentage.
It's other
But I get
factors
your
at this point. All right. Now the factors are: let's say I fucked the 10 before, but I never fucked the 5. Then I'm going with the 5.
She goes up a little.
I'm going with the 5, right? Or vice versa. If I fucked the 5 before and I never fucked the 10, it's a 60% chance. Of course, I'm going after the 10. If I fuck neither of you, I'm still going after the 5. And it's
they say shoot for the moon, man. And if you fall, you land on the 5.
Yeah, I might do that. I might try to smash the 10, but I already didn't set up shit for the 5 afterwards. You feel what I'm saying?
In my days that I don't like to talk about because I'm a mature gentleman.
Right.
I remember I was at this show one time, and me and another culprit, he lined up 2 young feline, feminine women for us. Bitches, right? But then we had another 2 already at the place that we was gonna go at. Right. So meanwhile, we enjoying the festivities, but me and him trying to game plan like, what's the play?
Right. Good problems to have.
And he said something that I've always took with me. He's like, we gotta get these there. They are already there.
Right.
I was like, I can't argue with that. Right. I have to figure out how to get these ones there and those ones out. Right. Or I can just go where they're already at and worry about this on another situation.
Of course. But
shout out to men.
It's literally on some. That's how a nigga think right there.
Yep.
Like even how I broke it down. He started measuring. All right, which one of these pussies do I want the most? That's how niggas started.
That's how I started, and it was the pussy that was right next to me. But like you said, that pussy became less pussy when it became more problematic.
Exactly.
When the problems go up, the pussy go down.
Yeah, like let's say y'all got Shorty's back at the Airbnb or whatever.
Shirley's?
No, I said Shorty's.
Oh.
Let's say you got a Shirley.
I got a big Shirley.
You got a Shirley, right? And you're trying to think of a way to get her out the crib. And she say, baby, I'm finna fall asleep in your bed. I'm going to be waiting on you. So now you know you can't get Shirley out. The reasons you with now gotta go. It's like, hey, I'll holler at y'all hoes later. And it's because I can't fuck with y'all no more because of this. That's legitimately how a dumbass man thinks.
But then you got some niggas who think they player 2000, not to be confused with Creep 2000.
Very different.
He gonna come with the bitches and think either neither of them gonna know what's going on. He gonna go fuck one and then go fuck the other.
I'm lying. I have done stuff like that, but I knew I wouldn't get caught.
That nigga had somebody in room 10 and somebody in room 1.
I done had somebody in the same room, goddamn. Without even knowing. You know how motherfucking Zach Morris will dress up as 2 people on the date and the shit? I do that. I be in a TheRawHype shirt, then I run into the bathroom, come out in a business suit.
Glasses on. Oh, how you doing, man? You look familiar. You look like a nigga you would fuck.
But I done pulled out some crazy shit.
But listen, man. Women and men, both of you accept your accountability. I feel like
I didn't get to get my points out today with men and women. No, I don't have them with men and women to make it as clear because
it's a forever fight hype. We can't concise that into a 1 hour show.
It is simpler than a lot of examples I gave today, though.
But again, we also have a show entertainment, so we overboarded a few and went a little left. But the point is still the point. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of the game is rigged, man, on both sides.
Oh, for sure.
The good dudes thinking they doing good should be rewarded, and they get hurt the most.
They do.
And meanwhile,
they do.
You know what I'm saying? And then the women who are doing the hurting are hiding behind the fact that other people hurt them.
Yep. So I was watching Jerry Springer recently. And it was an episode.
Another white man.
Oh, no, it was actually Ricky Lake.
Another white bitch that done made her millions off the back of blacks. Continue.
So she has an episode where this guy's dating a girl, and his 2 exes are there to tell her how horrible he is.
See what I'm saying?
Like he did this, he was fucking me and her at the same time. He did it, and I was like, see. That don't mean nothing to me. I could be married and a shawty ex-husband come and say, she did this, she did this, she did this. And I would say, that don't mean nothing to me. And the reason that would mean nothing to me is because I don't care what this person did to you because whoever it is that's now dating me knows that I would leave her for doing the things that she did to you. So she's never going to do them to me unless she wants me to leave her. I'm assuming that you put up with these things and eventually she got tired of your ass and pieced. So whatever she did to you, I will never care, because if she's dating me now, she wasn't then and she's not now allowed to do those things to me.
And she knows it.
Exactly.
So what you saying to me doesn't matter.
That's literally like how I look at the dynamic between men and women, in a way of I could never fall for the bullshit because it don't have nothing to do with me.
And that be the issue when I be talking to people about these women on Dr. Rebel Love. It's like some of the situations y'all
Send
got.
me the link, man. I don't feel like this a real thing.
It's real, man. Wait till you hear it, boy. But part of the issue is, fuck, what was I saying?
I'm finna put up some kind of Samuel type beat on, man. I was waiting for
I remember what the hell I was saying, yo.
Shout out Kill, baby.
Shout out Kev, man. R.I.P., man. Listen, the problem with life, man, is that when you cease to have it anymore, only people are left to talk about you, maybe people who don't fuck with you. At which point they can deliver the wrong message about who you are and who you may be.
Facts.
I'm not who this person think I'm is. This person don't even know me.
Facts.
This nigga 50 plus, and we talking about what he did in the last 2 years.
Facts.
So the other 50 don't matter? I've been real since the day I was born. Half a century to be exact.
Woo.
It mean it's kinda sad that I'm gone, but I know the raw hype got my back.
Woo.
I'ma live through them, I'ma speak through them. I'ma get shit right with all my women friends. I'ma even leave some of my hoes for Go ahead, tell them hoes gonna hit the road for
Hit the road, hop up in my truck. 5'8", 300, you fat fuck. Do you got a big dick to get these women? If you hop in the pussy, will you be swimming or ending too quick with your small ass dick? Nigga talking about he fat, he like, nah, I'm thick. I said these ladies will never love you. They can't even give your ass a hug, fool.
They arms can't even touch when they embrace you. Nigga, you always in the back when they race you. I mean, these hoes cannot ever date you, cause you ain't even the great you. Go ahead and work out, nigga. Put them pies down. Go ahead and pick that girl up, man. Put them thighs down. Nigga got a 20-piece bucket off in his back bucket, and that nigga drunk off a motherfucking 2 gallons of Nantucket. That nigga be drinking. What in the fuck that nigga be thinking? He think he is clean, but he don't know that nigga be stinking. Why you think a hoe a fuck on you, you bugaboo? Creep 2022.
He's a creep. Beep, beep. You see me, I can't even fit inside this Jeep.
Inside the Jeep.
I need a limo. Nah, I need lipo. Cause I'm fat in my belly, it never stop grow. Win. I'm trying to win with 10 women and I got friends and we gon' get in the pool and we gon' swim into the end. I just married a bitch I just met. I don't regret it cause tonight we having sex. Ooh,
R.I.P. Kevin.
R.I.P. to Kill, man.
Had to do it for our nigga, y'all. R.I.P. Kevin.
Man.
We gon' stay on these bitches' neck for y'all.
Hey, man, shout out to Kev, man.
Shout out to Kev, man. But no.
Man, it was crazy that Kev died, bro.
Me and you talked about this, and this is where the gossip shit comes in, right? Because when I look at the situation, I immediately thought something happened, right? I don't like how the internet thinking foul play. You made a joke, but then the joke was like internet real. You was like, man, these hoes killed Kevin, man. Right? And
it's not saying something I didn't say. I just don't remember it.
Yeah, you said it, but you might not have said hoes, but you said something along those lines. Exactly, I think it's hoes.
Right.
Kill Kevin. And I was like, nah, man, I think it might have been like drugs.
Right.
Because a lot of these people who be doing coke and shit have been dropping from fentanyl and all this type of shit.
Man.
Because niggas is cutting shit. So it's like, and then, you know, the stigma of Hollywood, man, and people like that. You live in the fast lane. You got
not for myself, just out of curiosity. I looked on Amazon for fentanyl tests. and you can buy like 25 fentanyl strips for like $10.
20, I'm about to say it's like
$20.
cheap.
Yeah. So I was thinking, if it was me, I had to have some shit like this.
Come on, man. Help yourself.
Like,
especially if you're doing something that you hear going around killing niggas.
Yes, bro.
Nigga, I'm about to be in New York. Shout out to New York City.
Right.
And what's his name? Michael K. Williams died in New York from fentanyl on when he used whatever he used. R.I.P. Michael K.
Right.
But I'm not even buying weed in New York City for the sheer fact of what if these New York niggas want to fucking fentanyl the fucking grunts, and now I'm in the middle of New York City fucked up.
I seen somebody on Amazon on the reviews, because you know you got to see if this shit work. On the reviews, they was like, man, I took something, I was feeling funny.
See?
He's like, I tested it and it tested positive. Good thing I was okay. He's
See
like,
what I'm saying?
And that nigga went like, I'm done with pills. No. And it was like, I'm gonna test them first.
I learned my lesson.
But honestly, man, I feel like, man.
So him dying the way he died, because they said it was a heart attack, and then I go, you know, you do the deducement. It's like, all right, he's about 50 something, so maybe he had cancer, so maybe. Yeah. But then you look like this nigga was healthy. He was out here doing this thing, exercising and all that. So it's like,
has his cause been confirmed?
Nope. It takes like a week or two. Like 2 weeks or so. Sometimes I think it takes longer, but it takes at least about 15 days, I believe. Are
we gonna talk about how people was legitimately happy?
I didn't want to, because that wasn't the point, man.
What's that?
They try to blame Kevin and say he a female bashing motherfucker, right? And it's only, like I was saying earlier, it's with delivery. Yeah. Some people need a harsher delivery than others to finally get up. Look at that nigga who used to do that commercial. You're sitting down on your fucking couch, aren't you? You're being a loser in life right now, huh? Get your ass up and go. Like, he had to make that commercial, and that commercial stuck around forever.
Shout out to Everest.
I was trying to think in my head what commercial it was, but my point, it stuck. Because certain people need to hear that. You fat son of a bitch, get the fuck up and go work out. That doesn't work the same as, well, honey, your pants are getting a little tighter, man. You might want to do something about it. So you can't get mad at a motherfucker who's delivering a message in a way that people who need to hear it that way needed to hear it. That's why I say he needed to exist.
At the people that are mad at him, I mean, that are happy that he died. And the reason for it is because y'all was never going to get it. If you're happy that he died, you was never gonna get it.
But
so you almost don't even exist to me. You know what I'm saying?
Which is kind of why I didn't want to bring him up.
Yeah, it's like you almost kind of don't even exist to me. Me and you will never agree on that.
I'd rather fixate on the people who were helped.
Straight up.
I'd rather fixate on the things that we can help with, where he fell off at in certain instances, where he didn't deliver it correctly. Or whatever the case may be, because I feel like that's more beneficial.
Bro, the beat we just rapped on, which I loved, by the way, it only has 136 views.
That's crazy.
That means ain't nobody heard this shit. This shit slamming.
Come on, pull that shit back up from the top.
Like, for real. Like, it had that like, boom, doom, doom, doom. In the back, that shit was player.
So shout out, man. Listen, ladies, if you, one thing we always say on the Raw Hype, man, take what you can use and discard what you can't, man. Don't go throw away the whole person because they say some shit you can't fuck with.
This bitch hard.
Because he gonna say some shit for some people that they can fuck with, and now you saying I can't grow because you didn't want to hear it. Well, it wasn't for you. It wasn't for you. Man, bitch, the people who was in the chat was women. So how the hell you gonna fault them? The man is just out here trying to help these women. Want him to go back to his default self, just fucking and letting them go. Give him a couple dollars and tell him to hit the dough. No, he try to help these hoes. Shit, sometimes you gotta call them hoes so they can know they a hoe. Cause they think that they ain't, but they don't open the door like Karoja though. That was a Bronx Tale bar that was kinda hard as fuck. I mean, that boy raw nice, but hey, get off the subject. Back to Kevin and all the people that he helping. Now he in heaven and he using niggas like us as his weapon. We can talk to all these ladies, talk to all of these hoes. We can ride up in a Mercedes. You rockin' Raw Hype in the clothes. Black owned business, you bitch. Gone, log on. RawHype.com. Click something, you and your mom. I'ma have a shirt that says I love women. And on the back it says I hate hoes.
I don't love these hoes.
Love them.
I'm out, man. I'm done rapping with you, man.
I know that nigga was gonna finish. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the Raw Hypers. We've been missing, but we've been busy. We've been getting shit in order, man. And y'all gonna love us, man. We coming back, the correct way. And I'm partially joking, but I'm partially serious, yo. We gonna have to hold that candle for our good old Kevin, man.
Yeah, man.
I was talking to Devin. I don't know if to say formally
that
from.
Nigga said he go by Devin Samuel.
Yes, that's what I say. Nah, man, we gotta hold the candle. We gotta hold it. He's like, yeah. So we probably gonna have to have Devin come on this show, man. Might have to be a Patreon fucking with Devin,
man, for real.
And talk to these women, man. But listen, everybody can't get learn. Everybody doesn't learn the same way.
Man.
Some people are visual. Some people are what's the other one? Visual learners are hands-on. So it's like you can't tell a hands-on motherfucker he's stupid because he needed to learn visually and vice versa. So if the shit ain't for you, then it ain't for you, but don't tell another motherfucker it ain't for them. And that's what people tend to do. Niggas and bitches too.
Ooh.
Come on, man. Anything you want to say to these people before we ride out?
Man, shout out to Creep 2000, man.
I really think that's what my name is.
Oh yeah, Creep 2000 is a good name, man.
But this is my point. Sorry, before we get up out of here. Creep 2000 is around because of mixed signals and mixed messages, right?
And crazy.
I'm giving you like the breakdown of all of it. Because I think some of that shit is fortified. Like a nigga might not, like my cousin, right? He love these bitches, right? And he willing to do too much for these bitches, right? The wrong bitch he loves, he might do something wrong to her because of how much he's been being good and he's getting
we was
slammed
talking about
for it.
that. Yes.
So I feel like some of these crazy 2000 niggas are made.
Oh, I don't disagree with that.
So
but some of them are just Creep 2000.
And you can't do shit about that.
Right.
So I'm telling you, control what you can control.
Yeah, I agree. It's a lot of stuff like I be saying about the black community, right? I can't control how white people treat us. I can't control how white people view us. And when I say I mean black people. But we can go that extra mile and be on some shit like, hey, we got to look out for each other. Like I was telling you about my neighbor and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, like shit. Can we got time to talk about that?
Come on.
All right, so I messaged my nigga Reb the other day and I tell him a story about how I live.
Black love.
I live in Crackerville, right? So I got one black neighbor. I don't know his name, but I talk to him all the time when I see him.
Niggas communicate with their head nod.
He got like a good job. He got a family.
Yeah,
his son, a coach at a college, a black HBCU.
He got a wife, don't he?
Right, yeah.
Beautiful lady.
So it seemed like a dope-ass black family or whatever. So I ordered me a new microwave like 2 or 3 months ago, and the motherfucker just never came. So Amazon gave me my money back.
Please, 1 second. When you initially telling me that story, I thought you were going to say the nigga stole it. I really thought that's where it was going. Sadly, this is how we think about black people. But continue. I meant to say that to you, but we went off on the positivity. I didn't want to bring it up.
It just goes to show how we the victim. They even got us believing the nigga stole.
But continue. Amazon gave you back your
one black neighbor. This nigga came
Hey, I thought you was going to say, I went over there and I saw the...
wait a second, nigga. Is that a Toshiba 2800, Mike? Smart wife, no, but so
Amazon gave you back your money.
They gave my money back, and they said if it come one day, it come one day, right? So I got the microwave like 3 months after I bought a different type of microwave and shit. So once I seen it was delivered, I gave it a couple of days to make sure they didn't try to take the money back and shit again, right? So they never did. So I started using it like the microwave for like a stand and shit. This is like a $300-$400 microwave. I'm putting
a camera up on
yeah. I'm using it for like tripods and shit on top of it, and it's just sitting there for like 3 weeks now. So I was like, man, what can I do with this fucking microwave? I said, man, I'm gonna give it to one of my neighbors. And then I was thinking, I'm the closest with my white neighbor that's to my left because I just see them the most. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really fuck with them. You feel me? So I was like, man, I'm gonna give it to my black neighbor. I was like, all right.
Gotta find him.
I go up and down and knock on his door. It take a while, but then he comes to the door. I know that nigga look about 4 or 5 times. What is this nigga? Whoa.
No soliciting.
That nigga probably done stole some at my house.
He came to return it back.
All right, so
microwave, huh?
He come to the door. He like, what's up, neighbor? What's going on with you? I said, not much. He shook my head and shit. I was like, what's going on? I said, not much, man. I said, you want a microwave? He asked a nigga question.
Yes.
And mind you, he a well-spoken stand-up. He live in Crackerville with me. You know what I'm saying? But he asked a nigga question. He said, is it big? Nigga, do you want a microwave or not?
Hey, being a nigga, that could have he could have asked so much questions. What I got to do for it? What you want
He
for it?
definitely asked me that.
See?
I was like, yeah, it's actually really, really big. He said, man, I got a small one. He said, I would like a big one. He said, well, hell, if you give me that one, I can get this one to my daughter. See? I said, all right, cool. I'm finna go get it. So I go put it on the dollar and I bring it over there to him. And he said, well, yeah, it is big. He said, man, it's still in the box. I said, yeah, man. And he's like, man, what I owe you for it? See? I said, man, you don't owe me nothing. I came over here bothering you, see if you want a microwave or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, I appreciate you so much, so much. And then we sat there and we talked and chopped it up. He was like, man, I need to come over there and holler at you. I said, yeah, man, whenever you want to, come by. He was like, you work from home? I was like, yeah, man, I'm always there. I ain't got no job. But I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, man, I'm always there. So we just chopped it up or whatever. And it was like, I picked him, you already know, because he black. Mm-hmm. We've always had pleasant exchanges. And then I believe in, like, I say black excellence, you know what I'm saying?
It's also black karma.
I believe in, like, just looking out, you know what I'm saying?
Karma.
On some, like, well, like on some.
You giving him a microwave today may stop a pack of niggas from robbing you tomorrow.
See, I don't believe that.
I'm just joking,
but
man.
some people do.
Just joking.
But it might stop him from robbing me tomorrow, goddamn. But
I was going to kill that nigga, take his car. But this microwave sure is nice.
Hey, but let's say he was, though. But let's say he was. I'm sorry, you're not gonna go through with it if you think that. But I look at it from a standpoint of, like, at the end of the day, I feel like, man, we gotta stick together.
Yes, man.
You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, I can't control what we do in the black community, but I can control us sticking together. We can, was what I mean. Or just, like, killing each other. Because I know black on black crime is not real, because white on white crime is just as real, and Mexican on Mexican crime is just as real. So that's not real. So we can't control the narrative, but we can control how we treat each other. You feel what I'm saying?
Let them have their narrative all they want, while we know the results are less niggas is killing less niggas over less shit.
Straight up. Because, I mean, I look at it like, shit, this Amazon, I ain't finna call them say, hey, I got it, guys, come pick it up. Like, hell no, this is my microwave.
Exactly.
Fuck y'all.
And I'd rather give it to a black.
Exactly.
And, like, niggas shouldn't be able to, niggas still shouldn't be killing niggas over stepping on shoes or bumping each other and shit. Like, that's before evolution type shits, man. Like, nigga need to kill a nigga now because he stole his crypto coins or some shit like that. Like, elevate the reason. It can't be.
But it's because
nigga step on nigga jeans.
We know they be trying to kill us more than we've ever known it.
They kill us in ways we don't even know about.
That's also true. But the thing is, we have enough information to know they do this now.
They know now, so we need to combat them killing us by stop killing us.
I agree,
or at least kill us less.
Like when Tupac got shot the first time, he was like, man, I can't believe a black person shot me.
I remember that.
And I was like, damn.
Because as much as I do for niggas,
I can't believe that he would think that.
I do when you think about who he is.
Of course.
Because it's like, all I do for you niggas and this is who y'all do it to me. A nigga who can go in every hood and good. But that's my point, man. But
it's true,
to trickle this back to men and women, though. The reason that I connected is because a lot of niggas do a lot of dumb shit in the name of pussy or in the name of getting their name in a certain area to get pussy.
Yes, bro.
So it's like women aren't to blame in that situation, but they are a part of the problem.
Yeah.
Again, it's not fair to them.
Yeah.
But my point is we all got to work on it. I said this to my lady. I said, man, we need to all figure out what we're going to work on first, and we all just do it.
I agree.
Men or women, whichever one. Let's pick a problem that we have, and we all work on that motherfucker until we feel good enough to move to the next one. And again, one of the things we have to ignore is, well, why you go first? Bitch, let's flip a coin.
Yeah.
Nigga's head, bitch's tail.
I was doing Uber the other day, and I picked up somebody from the United Kingdom, like a professional golfer, and his son that just became a professional golfer, right? And we were just talking about shit, and I was just asking them about shit like in the UK or whatever. And then they had mentioned COVID, and I was like, "Yeah, what was it like when COVID hit? Like, what was it like? Were people on the same page or whatever?" And they were saying like in the UK, they was legitimately like, the lockdown was for real. Like if you lived on the first floor and you went up to the second floor and they find out, they'll fine you $10,000. They was like, nah, like you couldn't just do what you wanted over there. Like this shit was for real. And I was like, man, I can't even imagine it. And I was like, was people like complying? They was like, For the most
Like
part,
I said, you gonna have some sneaker outers.
yeah. But they was like, nigga, 10 bands.
Come on.
I was like, fuck.
Over here, these people are protesting.
I'm saying it out. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not even saying I'm one of those people that agree that everybody should have stayed in the house.
I do.
But I agree that we could all stay in the house if we all think this. If whoever in charge think that's a good idea, I agree that's an easy thing to
Fuck
do.
that hype. This was something, at least, anybody who living right now haven't seen this. If there's one
I
time
do
to give
agree
some
with
shit
it.
a try.
I don't mean it like that. I agree that we all should have stayed in the house, but I'm saying I get it if you say, hey, I shouldn't have to stay in the house because the government said
That's what I'm
stay in
saying.
the house.
So a
I
handful
get
of
it.
niggas.
I get it from that standpoint, but I don't get it from the standpoint of all like, hey, man, they're talking about staying in the house for 30 days. We can try this. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, we can give this a try.
Within the 30, you say like day 17, damn man, I need to go get me a pack of this, or I need to go get. So I gotta leave. I get it.
Sure.
Completely get it. But if
be like, from jump, like, hell no, you ain't got nowhere to go anyway, but you was just like,
But you just
hell
wanna
nah.
go. Exactly,
and just
man.
be like, fuck y'all motherfuckers ain't telling me to stay.
So-
I'm like, that's extreme to me.
black people, black women, you beautiful queens you are, black men, you handsome devils. Let's all work with each other, man. Let's all help each other, man. Play something. Let's get up out of here. Let's all do something for each other, man. Let's fucking do it, man. Let's just fucking do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Black love.
Black love, baby.
You started off, nigga. Go ahead.
Ooh, I ain't started one off
I know.
since 85.
Ooh, that was a good time for black people.
Ooh, 85. A good time for them blacks.
Blacks.
Nowadays, we out here pumping packs.
Packs.
Cause they don't give us jobs. They don't give us action. So we going places.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we making traction.
Trash.
We'll make a faction. We all stick together.
Niggas.
We can crowd around in my house when it's bad weather.
Niggas.
As long as none of y'all niggas steal my TV.
Don't, nigga.
And I be seeing you wearing my glasses, they 3D.
Nigga.
This ain't the IMAX, I need my fucking glasses back.
Nigga. I love me some niggas. Hey, who is your favorite kind?
Nigga.
Who, when you dine, tend to make you smile? Who probably stole your rims, huh?
Who probably your best friend, huh?
Nigga.
Who you gotta go on and love out you?
Nigga.
Who are probably a damn thug out you?
Probably a thug. Probably just gotta do what I want for who I love. Everybody know they can catch him out in the streets and probably outside of the club. Yeah, that was easy. Please believe me. I just been popping shit cause I've been greasy. Who love the greasy? Niggas love greasy. Cause they chicken and fried be greasy. Nigga.
That beat didn't come in right,
That shit
bro.
doing what it want. Nigga. That beat was probably made by a nigga.
I drank some Kool-Aid
With my nigga. New single dropping this summer, man.
Called
Niggas.
man. Watermelon, baby.
It's a come together song,
Watermelon
man.
Records.
Play that new coon tune.
Instead of it would be like Maybach music, like Watermelon Records.
You know how that should be starting at the beginning of the song? You remember that old mixtape? Close the front. Like, it'll be one of those. Play that coon tune.
There you go. Watermelon Records.
Nigga. Jay Trippy on the track. I love my niggas, I love them as niggas, and niggas my only thing that I love. And I love me some niggas, my niggas, the niggas I hate when my niggas go up above. R.I.P. to Kevin, he was a nigga.
Oh, man.
He tried to help women and some niggas.
Woo.
But he been hating on by a pack of niggas. He been running around talking crap to niggas, they don't really care. Out of here!
Shout out to
Raw
Kevin
Hype.
Samuels, man.
Shout out to Kevin Samuels. Shout out to you if you black. White people,
Shout out to you too.
too.
Shout out to like you always say, white people, do something nice for a black person today.
Please, man. And start by going to TheRawHype.com and buying something on there.
We gone, man.
I don't know how you raw hype, but we raw hype responsibly.
Ooh.